What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. On this video, we're going to recap what are the most important KPIs you can have in your real estate wholesaling business. All right, guys, so getting in the video here, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what I believe are some of the major KPIs that you need to know in order to succeed in your real estate wholesaling business. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, what are KPIs? Those are key performance indicators. And I'm going to break down and give you at least 5, I don't even know in my head right now how many it is, but I know what I'm going to tell you, at least 5 key performance indicators or KPIs that you can use to identify any leaky buckets in your real estate wholesaling business. Now, starting off, we want to look at new leads to net leads. New leads to net leads. New leads are leads that go into our CRM, right? New leads, self-explanatory, that come from cold calling, texting, TV ads, whatever marketing source, whenever those leads come into our CRM, they're new leads. Net leads are leads that we get a hold of in our CRM that say they want to sell their property. I don't care if it's market value. I don't care if it's worth 100, they want 200, whatever it is. We just want to talk to people. We want to know what a net lead is, and what that is again, just talking to someone that says they want to sell their house. If they say, screw you, heck no, I don't want to sell, stop bothering me, blah, 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 they should never made it into our system, because again, they only come to our system via marketing. And usually they only get put into our system because they raise their hand and say they want to sell. So that doesn't make every new lead a net lead. What it does make is that there's a high chance that if we get a hold of that lead, that new lead, they should be a net lead, right? So again, guys, new lead to net lead is very important, at least 70%. That means you're getting a hold of to at least 70% of the leads that come in your system. And really it depends on the marketing source. SMS, it's a lot, brings down our percentage. We're about 75%. SMS brings it down a lot because there's so many leads that come in, but TV ads and PPC, it's like 85, 90%. Again, of the new leads that come in turn into net leads, people that say they want to sell. You've already told an SMS, cold caller, or even they've reached them through a TV ad that they wanted to sell, but we just haven't got a hold of them yet in our CRM. And until we get a hold of them, they're not a net lead, they're still a new lead. And so net leads, again, is once we get a hold of them, meaning one of our LMs, lead managers, gets a hold of them and say they want to sell. So we want that to be around 75% at least. Now, from net lead to appointment is another important KPI. Now, what does new lead to net lead measure? Like what department that is? That is more than likely has to do with the marketing department paired in with the lead management. Lead management, because are they responding to the leads coming into the system fast enough, right? That's a lead management thing. And marketing, are they alerting the LMs that these leads are coming in? So I truthfully would say it's more of an LM metric. Again, new leads is obviously a KPI you can look at for marketing, but new leads to net lead, that ratio of 75% really has to do with LMs, and are they actually calling these people up right when they come into our system. Now, on to the next one, new net lead to appointment, like I've already explained. How many net leads does it take to get an appointment? Now, we measure it on a percentage, 12.5% we want to see, right? So if we get 100 net leads, we want at least 12.5 appointments. And obviously you can't have half an appointment, but that's just the percentage, right? So you want 12.5 appointments. And so what is that measuring? That's measuring the efficiency of the lead manager. You can measure that KPI based on each lead manager and see who has the highest rating, right? Because if Jordan has a 15, or let's say he's 20%, net lead to appointment, and someone else on our team is 5%, well, Jordan's 4 times as good as getting appointments set. And so you can reward him off that, right? One, with money, but also with more opportunities. Okay, so very important. So again, net lead to appointment, we want that to be 12.5%. Now, appointment set to appointment complete, that we want to be at least 90%, and that falls on the acquisition manager. Again, appointment set to appointment complete. How many appointments are set up and how many do we complete? That belongs to the AM, and making sure they're calling one on the set appointment time. 2, they're available for live transfers if lead managers need it, because then that really gives us 100% completed ratio, because the only time that we do not complete an appointment is just because we haven't gotten a hold of a seller. Right? And we can't get a hold of the seller to give them an offer. And so that's why live transfer is 100% usually, because again, if they're going to live transfer it to you, the lead managers are going to send the lead to your phone number right away as an AM. Well, then you're going to complete that appointment because it's just getting transferred over. There's no time delay, right? So again, appointment to appointment complete, we want that 90%. Next thing's appointment complete to closing percentage, right? How many appointments do we complete to how many do we close? Right? How many people? And that's 100% acquisition management, as you can guess, because obviously they're the ones closing the deal. And we want to be at 20% for that. Okay, 20% is very important. That one's self-explanatory, right? That's an acquisition manager's job or the home buying specialist. And then the next KPI that we're gonna do here, or the next ratio, is we're gonna go to contracts to deals sold. And we want 75% of that. So we get 100 contracts, we want 75 of those to at least sell. The other 25%, probably because of title issues, probably 15 to 20% is title issues, and the other 5 to 10% is because we priced it too high. And in this market, everyone's doing that, no matter what you think. And if you think you're amazing, if you're not pricing things a little bit too high, too much, or too high at times, you're not being very effective in your business. And what I mean by that, you're not being aggressive, or not even aggressive, you're just not taking as much risk as you can. I know the best wholesales in the country, and they're at around 75%. And if you're at 100% closing ratio, which there's no way you are, because you have to have title issues unless you're only doing like 1 deal a month. But if you're doing multiple, at least 8+ deals a month, you're gonna have title issues. But on top of that, there is times we're not perfect, that we're gonna underwrite a property wrong, especially with the change of interest rates in the economy and the market. It's sometimes our ARV or the market price we thought 2 weeks ago could be 5% less, right? And it doesn't make a deal. So anyway, again, contracts to close deals, 75%. So again, guys, I think it was about 5 ratios here. New lead to net lead to appointment set to appointment complete to contract, and contract to close. 5 ratios there. If you're tracking those, we gave you the benchmarks, and you're doing that in your real estate wholesaling business, you will be able to tell which bucket is not working. For example, what if your appointment complete to contract ratio is 10%? Well, that right there is an AM problem. I know as an owner of a business, and what we teach our students is, if I see that, I'm gonna now look at that and know that that's an acquisition manager problem, and I need to go dig in and figure out what's wrong. Are they not running their comps right? Are they not digging into pain? Are they not spending enough time with the seller and figuring out why they want to sell? Or two, and finally, maybe they just need more sales training, right? So you can learn, and again, based on those ratios, see where in your business you need to work on it. And maybe you're seeing a lot of those KPIs are off. Well, focus on the one that you can make the biggest impact right now on, without having to hire new people and do new things. Like, what's right now, you as the owner, as your director, can do right now to grow your company drastically with the least amount of effort, right? Because we want quick results as possible right now in this changing market. And so that's what I highly recommend you do. So hope you got some value from this video. I know this had a lot of stuff in it. If you did, please leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.